Okay, guys, hope you're well. We're going to go to Ask Scruff. Now, this is about what's called risk management. Now, let me just clarify something about this first. You very rarely hear me refer to something as risk. I'm a believer, and it's kind of a common sense thing and a psychological thing, that if you risk something, you've already lost it. So, what I do is I invest into the market. So, whenever you see me going to market, I'm investing X amount to get X amount. Stop wise and things like that, which is what a lot of people sort of go at. The stop has one job, protect the account, so it's got nothing to do with the trade. So once I've decided how much I'll go to market, I'm not really interested in it anymore because I work on a monetary amount. So for me, it keeps me calm, keeps me calculated, it keeps me focused on the one thing that I should be focused on, which is the trade itself. Now, if I flick this over and I switch on the Discord, and I'll come back to this sheet in just a second, there's a question here. And it's I've watched all the videos on risk management and imagine I'm still not getting it. We'll go into that in the live calls more, but there's a huge library on it, and it is explained pretty fully in it. But the essence of it is if you're in a trade and more often than not it goes against you, you DCA into it. Dollar cost average. It'll reduce your exposure and it'll increase your upside. Now, if it's running for you straight away, and I mean it's not even looking back sort of 3-5 pips, just go 100% to market because you're nailing it on the head all the time. But if it's constantly moving against you, you want to capitalize on it. Now, it often does for me. So I have certain rule sets. I'll split my position by 5 and I'll go 1, 2, 3 is the trade. So I then work on a 1-on-1 ratio from position 3. All right. That way, I'm always on the right side of a trade and I'm constantly working on a 50-50. So whenever you go to market, it's 50-50 because the price will either go up or it'll go down. 50-50. If I'm at a 1-to-1 with the trades that are going, then that particular trade is also 50-50. And this is how I think because I'm working trade to trade, day to day, hour to hour sort of thing. And once I'm paid, I quit. So there's different ways of looking at it because this idea of, oh, you've only got to win 4 in 10 and have a 1 in 3, to me, is just ludicrous. Because the conditions are never the same. You've got to have the same target and the same stop every time. But what it really is a sales pitch. You're shit at your job, but you're going to get paid. So you keep on going at it and going at it. So for me, I just kind of dismiss all of that sort of way of thinking. It should be a job and you should call it right all the time. And then if you can do your journaling, which I'm going to show you, you'll be able to figure out where your optimum entry and position points are. Okay, so let's get further into this. Can you explain how one would manage a 10k account? Excuse me. 7 o'clock in the morning, the alarm's gone off. So get rid of that. A 10k account, 5% program. Now, I'm assuming you're talking about prop firms at this point because that's the way they work. And the only prop firm that I really consider is the 5%ers. I've known them a very long time and I've never had an issue with them. Kind of, it's these guys here. So if I'm looking at these and you're looking at the different programs, this is what he's referring to, I imagine. Now, there's various different ones. Bootcamp training wheels. You've got hyper growth, which is a 1-step program. High stakes, 2-step program. And then you can go into stock trading if you're a stock trader as well. So if I just kind of take a quick snapshot at this, it's kind of what we're looking at. The stop out level is actually 6% on this one. And I'll kind of use it as an example. So if you're looking at a sort of 10k account, which is here, you've got to get through 1 step first and then you pass. So you've got to do 10% of the initial funding. So you've got to do 500 quid, which is that, because they'll give you 5,000 up front. You do 10% growth on that 5,000. You then get a 10k account, and then from there you hit various milestones and your account grows. Now you're allowed 6% stop out. Okay, so the way that I look at this is this. Okay, so I'm just going to use this as an example, but the principle works across them all. So if I pull up this, so we know we have a starting balance of 5,000 for the initial stake. Okay, the drawdown that you're allowed to have against that account is 6%. So what that does is it actually gives you a baseline. That account cannot go below 4,700. So that means your account is 300 quid. It's not 5,000. 5,000 is buying power. The 300, which is the difference between the two, is what you're using for your position size. This one here. So if you come over onto this page, you can start adding in extra bits. So we know our target, our growth target for the trading account is 10%. So that's 500 quid. Now the next part of it is you've got to apply a little bit of common sense here. So we know what the goal is. So it's 500 quid. If you wanted to pass this in 1 month, you're going to have to trade, and this works out on a 5-day week. You have to make 23.08 every single day, and you'll pass it in the month. Now, against 300 quid, that's pretty tight, because I also have different mantras to help protect the position size and protect the account. If I trade at £1 a point on 300 quid, which is what the drawdown is, that is massively over leveraged, massively. So I work on 10p 100 up to about 10,000 quid of liquid money. Well, here you've only got 300 liquid money, and liquid money is money that you can use. So if you're in a live account, you would have £300 funds. In prop, you've got 300 drawdown, because you lose that 300 quid or the drawdown, you lose that account. So that's the way I think. So here, it breaks it down. It's telling you 30p is roughly the right bid. All right, so that's 10p per 100. And if it's a super banger out of the park trade, in other words, you're not going to go wrong, 60p. That's as much as you can put into it. But your average is going to be 30. So you would start your bidding size or position size at 30p. Okay. Or if you're on lots, 0.03. So once you've got that bit sorted out, you need to work out what you're going to do per day. So on this particular thing, you put in the balance of the account, which is there. Now, how much are you willing to invest per day? Is it 1%, 2%, 3%? Well, you can start having a little look. So if you go, well, I'm going to do 5% on the day, because everybody tells you in his dog that you do 2% to trade. Fair enough. Okay. That's 250 quid. Well, that wipes out all of your drawdown if you're wrong on the day. So straight away, that's telling you that that investment level is way too high. So what does 2% look like? Well, that's 100 quid. Still a bit keen. Well, what's 1% look like? Well, 1% is 50 quid. Okay. So now you've got £50 for the entire day across all of your trades. But if you're dumb enough to use it in one trade, at least you know what your daily allowance is. So you're allowed 50 quid in losses per day. All right. That's what you're working with. But just because you've got that doesn't mean to say you have to use it. Now here, you can say, right, I'm going to do 30p a pip. Right, excellent. That means your maximum stop, if you went full hog into the market, is 167. So that's where your maximum parameters are. So without even going to chart, what you've done is you've worked out what the maximum parameters are you're willing to trade. So you're willing to lose 50 quid. I still think that's megally high, but it's a good example. And the stop on it would be 167. So you've got plenty of room to work with, and you would only lose the 1%. But if you start bringing it down, right, well, 0.5% on the day means you'll lose a maximum of 25 quid. It means your stops are 83. So, right, okay, now we're in the realms of possibility. All right, so you know what your maximum stops are. So it's helping you widen things out a little bit. How do you protect that? It's very simple. Right, my stops can be 83, so just make a little note of that somewhere. And you want your position sizes less than 30p. So if you go in at a sort of 10 pence, there you go. Your parameters are identical. So that's how I break things down and get it in my head before I go to market. And then it's just a case of, right, okay, that's my maximum bid. That's the maximum area of stop. That's how much I'm going to lose if I'm wrong. And now I just go to market with a peaceful mind. And that's it. Now, because MT5 only allows you to have sort of 0.01, 10p a position, that means if I'm going to split that position, the most I can do is 3 splits on it. 3. So I can stage it back 3 times. And the way sort of DCA works, if you're looking to get from a bottom to the top, is they've got to be equally spaced. So enter, 20 pips back, enter, 20 pips back, enter. And if you're wrong, the one at the bottom's only got to get into the middle to break it in, make it into break even. And that way it protects the account. And the part of how would you manage a prop fund is you don't look at the 5,000 because that's just buying power. You look at the drawdown. And if you work on the drawdown as the account, then that'll naturally give you a better position size. And then from the position size, you look what your percentage is against sort of, well, what you're willing to lose, shall we say. Now, the way the prop industry works, they're working against the balance. So you've got to then look at it to see what the monetary value is. And you can do a quick sort of reckoning in your head. Well, it's 25 quid. I'm not too keen on it, but I'll go with it. And then that'll balance off. And once you've got all of this together, all you've got to do is figure out how long you think it's going to take to pass. Now, if you think you're going to pass it in a day, well, that's just silly. You know, you've got to give yourself a bit of time. So can you do 23.08 off 30p in a day? I think that's pushing the boat out a little bit. So what you now have to do is look at this and start getting to a daily target that is achievable and reasonable. So 1154, well, it's still pretty high because you're going to have to do 40, 50 pips a day. Bring that down. Well, there it is. It actually tells you what you need. You need 38. Bring it down. If you work on about 20 pips a day safe, so that's 3 months, but take it down into 4. There you go. So 4 months, 577 a day, 1920. That is more than doable. And the only thing that holds you back is yourself. Because if you try and rush the process, you'll blow the account. And if you blow the account, it's gone. But if you do slow, steady steps all the time, 4 months' time, you get your funding. From that point onwards, you do exactly the same thing, except now you're getting paid. And that way, you'll be fine. And that's how I manage a prop account, or how I would suggest that you try and manage a prop account. Less is more. Hope that helps. Catch us all soon.